All right, Coach. Last weekend you had offense, maybe didn't have the pitching when you needed it. Tonight you had the pitching when you needed it, but didn't have the offense. What did you see out there?
Yeah, I think it starts with Vespi. Like, if you can watch that game and tell Vespi didn't have his best stuff, but he competed with less than his best stuff, found a way to get us through the fifth inning. And then Bauer and Kramer were outstanding doing what they did. The defense, for the most part, was great. I thought Dylan King caught his tail off. A lot of key blocks and key situations, receiving, all of that, and it just comes down to the quality of the at-bat. Like, the quality of the at-bats weren't good enough. That guy outcompeted us on the mound. He pitched his tail off. They played good defense, and we didn't get it done offensively.
I mean, it didn't necessarily strike you guys out. It just ended up getting, Central Michigan only came away with the one, but he just kind of getting those ground outs and flyouts there.
Yeah, and he pitched well. Nothing to take away from him, but a lot of soft outs, a lot of in-between swings. Those at-bats just were not competitive enough to get it done at this level.
What do you sense the mood of the team is after a game like this? I know everyone's looking at it like this should be a series you win, but just this wasn't what you expected.
Yeah, I mean, you're not expecting to get 4 hits and get shut out at home on a Friday night, and it should. I think they're angry. They should be angry. They got out-competed. We got out-competed, and we got to figure it out for tomorrow.
I mean, you still ended up getting a season-high 14 strikeouts there from the pitchers. I mean, you mentioned Vespi, but when you look at Spencer and Kyle, I mean, they just kind of kept it going.
Yeah, they were great, and they had a little more rest than they've had recently, and they were on it, both of them. I mean, there was 3 pitches in play with both of them, competitive. They were doing everything they could to get some energy into the offense and help us out. We just didn't respond enough.
You mentioned Dylan King. Obviously, he's catching a lot now with Sundin's injury. Just kind of talk about what he's been able to provide for you in the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, the receiving, the blocking, the throwing, the offense. He has nothing to show for it tonight, but I think he hit at least 2, if not 3 balls really, really hard. He's, like I told you guys when we first talked about it, he's going to be a starting catcher here, and the future's bright for him.
What do you sense now? Because like you mentioned, losing on a Friday night is never good. What was kind of your biggest message to the team, to the team as you kind of go in now with 1 game down?
Well, anytime you play like that, you got to take your butt whooping like a man and respond and do something about it tomorrow. They outcompeted us, and we got to answer and figure that out for tomorrow.
What do they need to do to take the series win?
Well, we got to have better at-bats. You should be able to walk into this park and tell what the hitter's doing, tell whether they're less than 2 strikes or 2 strikes, and I think some of the people watching the game today would not know what we were necessarily doing. So,
Spencer Bauer has been pitching more prominently in that bullpen. What have you seen from him? And he pitched a couple times last week, and obviously had a good outing tonight.
And I think he's stacked probably 7 or 8 of them, pretty good outings in a row. The overall competitiveness, he's been in that situation. He's closed games at this level. There's 3 pitches in play, and you're seeing the stuff kind of tick up. There's some 93s and 94s and mid-80s sliders. Like, that's stuff you see when you turn on the TV. So we're excited what he's doing.
Cleese was your only guy tonight to get on base twice. What did you see from him in the batter's box that you think the rest of the batting order can maybe learn from?
Well, the same thing that he always does. That guy's going to give you everything he's got. He's locked in on every pitch. It looks like every single pitch matters to him in a competitive way. That's what we have to do. Like, can't take a night off with that. That's not an option.
Was Chase Centella all right? I remember the home game here, he took the ball off the foot, and then he didn't pitch until Sunday last weekend. Was he okay after that?
He's fine. He's fine. There were some situations there where we're trying not to use him, and then we get to Sunday, and we thought our best shot was to ride him through that lineup and see if he could do it. Just didn't work out.
All right. Appreciate it.
Thanks
a lot, Coach.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.